What's up? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct once again. And this is going to be your end of the year wrap up for the year 2018. I was about to start on the January readings for 2019, but I was like, we can't jump into the new year without wrapping up the old year. So let's wrap up this chapter and see where you guys are at, wrapping up the year, because I believe right before we go into a new year, we kind of like reflect on what happened in the past year and, everything that we learned from the year, everything that we kind of been through and what we got out of it. So these energies are going to be reflecting that. Before I go on though, I definitely want to give a major shout out to everybody that has been liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting on my channel, just pretty much showing me love and, letting me know how much the readings are helping you out or giving you clarity. I definitely appreciate that, especially because I jumped up to like 1K subscriptions, which is major for me. I didn't think that would happen so quick. So definitely appreciate everybody that has been doing that and kind of reaching out. Major shout out to the Taurus. Major shout out to Capricorns and Pisces for having like the #1 viewerships and subscriptions and everything like that. Major shout out to the rest of the signs just because, you feel me? Also, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that has been getting personal readings and reaching out for me for that. And let's move on with the show. Like I always say, this is going to be a general reading and it's going to be for all signs, for the collective. So it may not resonate with everybody, but if it does, you can like, share, subscribe, comment, do anything you want to do to let me know that you're watching and that the energies resonate with you. All right. If it doesn't resonate with you, then catch me on one of my videos for January, because that'll be coming up pretty soon for you guys. And this is going to be your present energies right here. This is the present spread. And then after that, we're going to get into some futuristic energies over here for 2019 and see what we're going to be coming into the new year with. I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite like usual and clarifying with the Gustav Klimt deck. Definitely. Also, to everybody that's been commenting on videos, I wasn't able to get to all of my comments, but I do see all the comments, and I definitely want to appreciate you guys for doing that. I like the connection that I've been having with the YouTube family and with the whole tarot card world. Okay, let's keep it moving. Into the reading. So, crowning your reading, you do have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands right here at this moment is representing some passionate new beginnings coming into your life right now. Or you just having a passionate new feeling happening inside of you right now. And I believe that what the year 2018 has done for us and for a lot of us it has been like an activation, an initiation of some sort that has happened like within us in our internal world. Even though, we may have had some crazy things happening around us in our external world and everything hasn't gone probably like we wanted it to go, and everything didn't unfold in the year 2018 like we pictured it to be at the beginning of the year. I think what it has done overall is activated something within us, activated a new drive, like activated our will, our passion, our spiritual world, our emotions, our intuition, everything that you can use moving forward, and everything that's going to clear the path for you moving forward into your new path that you're opening up in 2019. That has been forged in the fire in 2018. It's been a crazy year, but I think the major thing that we're going to get out of it is the passionate movement forward and the passionate direction that probably we didn't have in the year 2018 when we first started the year. I think this year for a lot of us too kind of like changed the direction and the path that we were headed in, that we were passionate about. It changed and switched up and transformed and evolved some of our passions, the things that we were passionate about, and I think moving forward, we're going to have like a major new beginning in passion, reactivation in your passionate world, your passionate pursuits, the things that you are passionate about, the things that get you up out of bed, the things that make you want to say, okay, I want to live my life to the fullest. This is what is being activated and what has been being activated in the year 2018. And I believe we had to remove a lot of different blocks that was blocking this energy, that was blocking our will, blocking our drive, blocking our passion, You know, there were a lot of things that were in the way. In 2018 were about clearing. It was about clearing all that energy, clearing all that blockage, and all the different things that distracted us, and all the different addictions and patterns and doubt, and, you know, the way we viewed ourselves as not being great enough to do something major with our lives. Everything that was self-sabotaging us, we had to kind of deal with this year in 2018. So right now, at the end of the year, at the wrap up of this energy, I feel that you can feel this growing passion within yourselves. It's kind of like that Kundalini energy being activated and rising to the top. Like, you can kind of feel it in your passion chakra, you know, within your stomach. I forgot what it's called, to be honest. But I know that your passion lives like in your gut, in your belly. And so some of you guys can feel that right now. You can also probably feel like some sexual energy, because that Kundalini energy is like that sexual drive. So a lot of us just have like a reactivation of sexual energy going on right now. And it's just on all sides. Like, your sexual drive is probably being reactivated. Your passion about your projects, your passion about your money, about your life in general is being reactivated right now, because you have done so much clearing, so much work, so much shadow work. You've gone through the whole transformation of 2018. You have moved all the big boulders out the way that was blocking this energy from coming through. And now it's coming through with a bang. And now you have it to go into the year 2019. Let's do it. I had to go ahead and clarify. And clarifying it, we had the Queen of Wands. So this to me is just saying that you are wielding this passionate energy in a new way. You know, a lot of times when it comes down to our passionate pursuits, we usually go after it in a King of Wands type of energy, you know, like just go-getter. The King of Wands is like that go-getter, that ambitious person that's kind of like driven, like ready to go get it, you know. But I kind of feel like that's how we were before, kind of living from the outside in, just driving to go get things because we wanted to make ourselves whole within. We wanted to fill a void that was kind of like, you know, broken within us, or feel something inside of us that we felt like we were missing, and we felt like we weren't enough. So we had to kind of go after these passionate pursuits and kind of get everything from the external world to bring it into our internal world to make us feel happy in some type of way. This year though, and wrapping up, you know, 2018 and going into 2019, I feel that you're going to be wielding your passion a different type of way, and it's going to be like the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is different because she attracts what she wants, what she's passionate about. She attracts it into her life. You know, she collaborates with other people. She has ambition and everything like that, and she's passionate and willful and wants to go after her pursuits, you know, in a strong type of way. But she does it in a way to where she attracts it to her. She takes on a very attractive energy. She takes on like a manifestation, dang, can I talk right now? A manifesting energy. And I believe that's another lesson that we were learning this year in 2018, like how to properly manifest, how to attract the things into our life that we want, instead of having to just go out and just try to get it and work ourselves silly and go crazy about the things that we want and need in our lives. And then we also learned that some of the things that we were chasing, we didn't really even need. And some of the things we were chasing just wasn't good for us at all. And we had to come to that, like, that humbling, you know, place. So we were like, okay, I'm not chasing that anymore. Now, though, you're going to be manifesting. You're going to be attracting these things that you're passionate about. You're definitely still going to have some passionate pursuits going into 2019. But I think wrapping up the year right now, you're in a place to where you're like, you want to attract it into your life. Like, you want the right things to come into your life. You want the universe to bring the things that'll bring you balance in your life. You know, the things that connect to you on a spiritual level. Not just going after things anymore just because you needed to fill a void. We've done the self-work and you know, built up our self-love and did the self-development this year in 2018. So now it's kind of like we're already full. We don't need to get things outside of ourselves to fill us up, or to, you know, to kind of clog that void. We've dealt with the void, I think, in 2018 for the majority of us. So now the things you pursue and the things that you're going to be attracting is going to be something that's connected to your life path, connected to your life purpose, you know, connected to what you want to bring to the world. You want to give to the world, not what you want to take away from the world for your own selfish pursuits. You want to do this new pursuits, these new, passion projects that you're going to be breaking out, these new careers, these new jobs, these new businesses that you're wanting to be starting up right now, is going to be about what you can give back, to the world, what you can give back to the collective. And I like it. I also had to clarify with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands energy is representing a major place of stability that I believe we're coming into for the year of 2018. And all of this, I believe, has to do within ourselves. Even if you don't see a major stability happening outside of you, like you don't have the dream life that you always dreamed of, you don't have the relationship that you always dreamed of, you don't have the car, the house that you always dreamed of in your life, I think you have come to a place to where you are stable within yourself. You have a fortitude that's been built up inside of yourself, like that you didn't have at the beginning of the year. And it only came because you went through this crazy year of 2018. You dealt with all these different obstacles. You went through the gauntlet. You had to jump over all the hurdles. You had to do everything that life has thrown at you this year. You overcame it, because we are at the end of the year. And because you overcame it, you are reaching a major milestone when it comes down to your spiritual path, when it comes down to your spiritual world, your internal world. And I know that most of you guys maybe can notice some changes that are happening within you. And you'll definitely start to see it in 2019. I believe 2018 was a year of development. And like, pictures that are developed, it has to happen in the darkness. So a lot of things that happened this year, we won't even be able to see what it looks like until 2019. We won't even be able to see like what the universe was trying to build in us until next year. But right now, you can at least feel like there's another place of stability, that you have came into another plateau of stability, of like fortification. So where some things that you didn't know at the beginning of the year, you're kind of more purposeful, you're kind of more passionate about some things that you weren't about, in at the beginning of 2018. But towards the end of the year, you can feel that you've reached a certain milestone, just a personal milestone within yourself. For some of you guys, it could be some milestones that you've reached, in your external world, like graduating from college or something like that, or getting a new promotion in your job, or, getting into a relationship that's loving for you, or, anything that's like something to celebrate is what the Four of Wands represents. But I think for most of us, it is kind of having to do with some type of inner stability that we've, found. And if you look in this picture, it's kind of like the woman and she's hugging, her child. And I believe this is symbolic of your inner child, like a lot of us have reached a place of healing within our inner child that's going to propel us forward moving into the year of 2019. Because we've done that inner work, we've healed all those past wounds, we went through all the triggering that happened this year, and it made everything come to the surface that we pretty much wasn't facing for years before this year. And all of that just had to come up to the surface so that we can learn how to love ourselves again. We can learn how to love our inner child. We can kind of like see everything that was like hurting within ourselves and within our inner child. And if you can see, it's kind of like we're embracing ourselves now. You have learned in the year of 2018 how to embrace yourself, how to embrace your inner child, and how to accept yourself. And that's going to give you a level of stability, a major foundation within yourself, that you can't be moved by the external things that are coming your way, that have come your way. They used to shake you up in previous years or previous months, but now you're at a place where you can't be shaken so easily by external things, like, because you've done the work internally. And now you're moving into 2019 with a new passion, a new drive, a new will behind yourself. And it's powerful because it's coming from a place of stability and a new fortitude that you have within yourself. Also clarifying that Ace of Wands was the 10 of Pentacles. So that's representing just that life that we envision for ourselves, like when it comes down to our material world. And this is what we're going to be passionate about, and working on this year is going to be definitely our finances. Because I believe in 2018, we were not to the spot of our, in our financial world or material world where we wanted to be. But I believe that, That's why we had to do all this internal work this year, so that we can actually get to that spot that we want to be financially in our material world, and that wealth that we want to have. We had to first get that internal wealth. You know, we had to first work on our internal world so that we can start attracting those things into our life that have to do with material success and material wealth. So that is all coming in 2019, and wrapping up this year, this is what you're thinking about. You're thinking about what you're going to be building in 2019, what you're going to be building when it comes down to your material success. How are you going to make your money? What type of streams of income are you going to be creating in 2019? That's what you're thinking about wrapping up this year. Like, what do I need to do? What type of LLC do I need to start? You know, what type of page do I need to build? What type of vlog do I need to begin? You know, like, who do I need to collaborate with? You're getting everything together at the end of the year right now so that you can hit 2019 running at full speed. That's what I'm feeling for most of you guys, because that passion is here right now. So you're passionate about starting something up when it comes down to something you're passionate about, and also something that has to do with your financial success, your material wealth. Let's go. Right below that, we have the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands represents fast-moving energy, and I can feel it. Like, that's what's happening right now. You are starting to feel some fast-moving energy that is coming your way, some fast communication that's coming your way. This could be outside of yourself or inside of yourself. It could be from the universe. It could just be from people in general. People are starting to contact you. You know, it's just the energy. The Eight of Wands to me represents just that quick-moving energy around you. You know, and it's clarified by the Hangman, and I believe like that's the position that you were in maybe this whole year. It's kind of like that Hangman position where everything just felt like it was stagnant. Nothing felt like it was moving. And that's just because we had to deal with some things within ourselves. Like I said, we had to work on healing a lot of things that was keeping us from gaining that material wealth and attracting the things into our life that we wanted, especially when it came down to love and into finances. You know, so you've been in that Hangman position for a while now, and kind of wondering like when this was going to end, when you can kind of like come out of the cocoon, when you can come out of the dark room and kind of see the image that has been forming in the darkness. And now, right now, it's kind of like the opposite of that is happening. You're starting to feel the energies lifting, like higher vibrations are coming in, more light energy is coming into you right now, and it's moving quickly. You're being armed like with a quickness. So whatever you're about to start doing, whatever you're working on, you're kind of like getting that motivation from the universe to be like, hey, you need to, 2019 is coming. You need to get everything prepared. You need to get everything lined up. You need to go ahead and get the business. You need to go ahead and put this together, put that together. You need to get in contact with this person. You need to make sure that this account is you know, it's kind of like the plan is in motion right now, and you feel passionate about it, even though it's kind of like the holiday season, and we just had the winter solstice and everything, and that's kind of like that chill energy. You know, it's been happening kind of like around Christmas, but going into 2019, these last couple of days for 2018, I feel like it's some fast-moving energy that's kind of like making you get prepared for hitting 2019. Like, let's go right now. You know, it's time to come out of hanging upside down and just chilling and just kind of like looking at the world and seeing the beauty of it and looking at your life and reflecting on everything that happened and all that type of energy. It's kind of like, okay, these wands are cutting you down from that tree, and now it's kind of like, okay, let's get moving. What is next for you? What direction are we headed in? Let's get it. Let's get everything lined up, because once 2019 hits, you want to already be moving going into 2019. That's how I feel everybody feels right now. Like, you don't want to just start when 2019 hits, when January 1st hits. You want to be doing it like right now. And a lot of you guys have already started this type of like passionate movement like last week or the week before, just like you feel it. But this is what's happening for the end of the year. It's kind of like you're ready to go. You're coming out of that hermit mode. You're coming out of that hangman mode, and you're kind of like, I want to eat. You understand? Like, I'm passionate about something. It's time for me to move. Let's go. Right over there, next to this, we have the Sun card. So the Sun card is kind of like what I was talking about, that passionate energy that's coming down. Like, if you look at the Eight of Wands, And the sun card right here, you can kind of like see the Eight of Wands is like the beams of light that are hitting you. The sun rays that are shining down on you, this universal energy that's taking place right now is like slicing through all of this other energy that you were stuck in for a while. This hangman energy, you were just kind of like hanging there, waiting for the tide to turn, waiting for the tables to turn, waiting for the new cycle. Well, guess what? The new cycle is here. And I know for a lot of different readings I've been doing for all the zodiac signs, I've been kind of like saying how the shift has been occurring and the shift is happening and the revolving door of the wheel of fortune is shifting and the tables are turning. It's all here. We've been talking about it for weeks now. You know, so the sun is kind of like shooting energy, this high level of awareness, this high level of awakening into this dark place that you kind of been in, this place of healing, the place of kind of like your cocoon. Because the hangman is kind of like the caterpillar that went, you know, and hung on a tree and hung upside down and went into the whole, you know, place of transformation. You've been here this whole year of 2018, but now you're being cut down. You know, now the sun is like, okay, it's time for you to break out and turn into this butterfly. Let's go. So that sun energy is kind of like shining on you right now. And it's also affecting the way you view yourself. This Five of Wands, I believe, is talking about inner conflict that a lot of us have been dealing with this year of 2018 and fighting, you know, like I talked about in a lot of my other videos, the last go round, I was talking about that inner voice that we fight against, you know, that negative voice that makes us think that we're not good enough and we're not enough and we need more and we, you know, will never get what we're striving for and we'll never build the empire that we're thinking about. We'll never have the life that we want to have and all that good stuff. The sun energy is kind of like doing away with that voice, doing away with that whole inner conflict, that inner turmoil. And it's so small right now, it's like in the distance. You know, even if you're dealing with it right now, you have some inner conflict or inner turmoil happening right now. It's kind of like these rays that are hitting you at the end of the year is making you move so quickly that it's just slicing through all of that energy. Because this energy, this inner conflict only comes when we're kind of like stagnant and not moving. It's kind of like that saying, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So we have this inner conflict when we're not moving and we're not working on our passionate undertakings. You know, when we're not moving like the Queen of Wands and attracting some great energy into our lives. It's like, so now the sun is like, okay, you're coming out of that place of development, because the hangman was when your picture was being developed, your image was being developed. You were kind of like in the darkness, you know, but now that the year is wrapping up and we're switching over into 2019, the light is now shining. It's kind of like you're about to start to see the image that you were working on this whole year of 2018. You know, because we were doing a lot of subconscious work, a lot of shadow work at the end of the day. But now the sun is shining and it's kind of like showing you a little bit. You're getting a glimpse of what you've been working on. This is where you're headed. This is what you're about to start chasing. This is the path that you're about to take on. And so that's what's coming in, you know. And so this inner conflict is like no match for this major arcana sunshine from the universe that's shining on you right now. You know, this hangman energy is just ending right now. And this quick energy right behind it, the Eight of Wands, is what's cutting you out of it. Because these rays from the sun are shining from you and just slicing through all of that heavy energy, that slow, stagnant energy. And passion is coming from within you. Let's go. Right over next to that, we have the Knight of Wands. So once again, passion. You are about to start moving very quickly towards your passionate pursuits. Taking on another level of speed towards your pursuits. And I like it. You know, it's kind of like you're ready. You're facing this Eight of Wands energy. It's kind of like you're ready to start taking on these undertakings. You're ready to start taking on these passionate projects. You're passionate about whatever you're moving forward to in life. And for some of you guys, it could be finding, you know, a great relationship to be in, you know, getting back out there into the dating field and kind of fixing yourself up and becoming, you know, that bachelor or that bachelorette and being that desirable person again, because maybe you haven't been there in a while. Maybe for a while you've just been mourning over the loss of relationships that you've had, or the relationships that didn't work out, and you just kind of had to hang there and deal with all of that energy and transmute all that energy into something that was great, which was good. We needed this year of 2018 to kind of do that. But now, now that it's all being wrapped up, you're ready to get back out there again. For some of you single people, for other people, you're thinking about business. You're thinking about something you want to build for yourself, and you're moving quickly into it. You're moving passionately into it. It's kind of like you're taking on that Knight of Wands energy, like, let's get this moving. Let's go. For some people, it's a career. For some people, it's a job. For some people, you know, you're thinking about doing something with your family. You know, you're thinking about traveling. You're thinking about taking on it has to do with your life path. For almost everybody, it's like you want to pursue this life path that you know you're supposed to be doing, you know? And then clarifying that we had the Empress energy. So the Empress card right here, and being the clarifier of Knight of Wands, could represent the energy that you're taking on. You know, you're passionate, but you're also at a place where you're attracting. Like I said, that Queen of Wands energy is the same thing. It's kind of like you're wanting to attract your life path. You're wanting to attract the things that you're pursuing. So you're pursuing it, but it's in a different type of way. It's more in a law of attraction type of vibe. And for most of you guys, you know, the law of attraction, it kind of like works in the opposite way. Like, instead of just going and going to grab something and doing it like externally, it's kind of like you take on the energy of it and you just attract it. So instead of like going to get it because you need it, and going after this life path or this passionate pursuit because you needed to fill the void, it's kind of like you already fill the void within yourself through your self-love and your self-development, and you only want to attract these things that you're passionate about in your life so that, you know, you can share what you have with the world. So you're coming from a place of non-neediness, taking on this Empress energy. She is fulfilled already. She is fertile. She is creative. She is artistic. She's nurturing. The Empress is the nurturer of the tarot. She's the mother of the tarot. So you guys are going to have some energy to give to the people that are around you. Your passionate energy is going to be affecting the people that are around you. And that's what the Queen of Wands does also. She has like a attractiveness to her, and she's a great influencer. The Queen of Wands is like the social butterfly of the tarot. So that's what you're taking on with the Empress energy, with the Queen of Wands energy. You know, it's kind of like you're moving forward quickly, but you're doing it in a way to where you're attracting things into your life quickly. Not just going after anything that, you know, you see just to fill a void. You know? All right, right below that, this is what I've been talking about the whole time, the Magician card. Some of you guys are becoming master manifestors. Some of you guys are taking on that energy of finally learning how to attract things into your life. Through all these ups and downs that happened in 2018, all these major lessons, all these major contracts, these karmic cycles that you had to kind of like wrap up and deal with, and all this pain that you had to clear from inside of your being, your deepest fears that you had to face, the dark night of the soul, all this great stuff that you had to deal with that none of us wanted to deal with, but we had to deal with it in 2018. This is so that you can start to become that master manifester, because the blocks had to be removed so that you can bring the things into your life that you know you're supposed to be having. And now you're going to be moving forward equipped. You know, we all know the magician has everything at his disposal. He has the wands, he has the swords, he has the coins, he has the cups. You know, his emotions, his thoughts, his passions, his material wealth. He has everything right at his fingertips to manifest what he has. Manifest what he wants in his life. So you're at that point. You're at the drawing board right now. Wrapping up this year 2018, you're at the drawing board looking at 2019 before it gets here, and you're kind of like seeing, what is it that I want to build? What is it that I want to create right now? What is it that I want to attract into my life? Because you're going to start to see in 2019 that you have some major manifesting tools at your disposal right now. Because you have been creating it within yourself. The universe has kind of been cultivating it within you. You've been working hard within yourself. You know, even though you didn't manifest some things this year in 2018, 2019 is going to be about manifestation. 2018 was just clearing away all the blockages that was keeping us from manifesting. So you're taking on that magician energy right now. You're thinking about, what is it that I want to that I want to manifest. Sorry, I'm like getting words scrambled right now. But you want to manifest something right now, and you're kind of like becoming clear about it. And you know that it's going to be you that's going to be attracting this energy into your life. Not you just going out and trying to just get it. You're not doing that anymore. I believe you learned your lesson about just going out and trying to grab things. Like, hey, I want to get this car. Let me go and just go talk to every single car lot that's in town and talk to every car salesman, and then maybe by the end of the day or by the end of the month I could find a car. Like that is, you have to also take that on too, but you can also come from another place of, okay, I know the car that I want. I know that, I'm going to be led and guided to the car dealership that I want to buy from. I'm going to be led and directed to the salesman that I'm supposed to talk to, and it's kind of like that manifesting it brings on, more than us just using our external power, to get the things that we want in life. It's kind of like we plug into the source. As you can see, he's pointing up and pointing down. It's as above, so below, as within, so without. So when you get plugged in, which is what we've been working on this whole year, we've been working on plugging into the source. As you can see, that magician, he has the glow. Like, he is glowing because he's plugged in. When you get plugged into the source, which a lot of us are right now, you start to see that, okay, I don't have to just go out and waste my energy by trying to pursue the things that I want. Like, I can attract it into my life. I can tell the universe, like, hey, I want to get this type of car. And I can imagine myself in this car. You guys probably all watch The Secret. This is what you're about to start working with. That energy. But before you could become this master manifester, you had to clear all this stuff that was inside of you. You had to hang there and be the hangman and deal with being, in the cocoon and being in darkness and not knowing what you're about to transform into. And you had to deal with those tower moments of everything melting away and everything falling apart. You had to do all these different things. You had to heal your inner child. You had to face all those inner fears and face all those self-doubts. You had to, face that voice inside of yourself that creates self-sabotage and creates that self-conflict. You had to do it all this year. But what you're doing coming into the end of the year is being enlightened and being plugged in so that now you can manifest this new passionate beginning in your life. And it's going to mostly have to do with the Five of Pentacles. It's going to mostly have to do with that energy where you felt like you were out in the cold, where you pretty much felt like you were in poverty. You felt like you were broke, lacking in all areas, not just in finances, but lacking, the love that you wanted in your life, lacking the emotional maturity that you wanted in your life, the friends, the social circle, just lacking. That's what the Five of Pentacles represents, the lack mindset. And you feeling like you're out in the cold, but guess what? There's no need for that anymore. It's kind of like, in order for you to combat that Five of Pentacles energy, you're going to be taking on a magician energy. You're turning into the magician, the scientist that goes into the lab and mixes everything together. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do right now the drawing boards. And all this energy that's backing you up, this quick moving energy, this light energy, is what's giving you that clarity for you to kind of like manifest whatever you want right now. So let's do the manifestation. Let's get it. Forget about the Five of Pentacles and feeling like you've been left out in the cold. Forget about, feeling like 2018 didn't turn out how you thought it would be and blah, blah, blah. The self-pity. This is what that self-pity is right here too. But these energies that are coming in right now for the end of the year, they're lifting you up out of there. And now you're about to manifest some great things going into 2019. And guess what? I love it. All right, futuristic energies. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the the Eight of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So Knight of Swords, this is just you moving forward quickly. Some quick movement. You could have an air sign coming in quickly towards your way in 2019 for some of you guys. Or this could just be you moving forward in your mind, you know, in 2019, moving quickly with your thoughts towards what you want to build. And it's clarified by the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands usually represents kind of like you waiting on your ships to come in. You waiting on, you know, everything to kind of like blast off. It's kind of like somebody that goes to an airport and they're waiting for their flight to come in. So you're in the waiting room right now, going into 2019, but you're about to be moving forward quickly going into 2019 too. It's kind of like, I believe the energies for 2019 is you knowing that you have things coming your way, because all the stuff that you planted in 2018, all the seeds that you used and the watering that you used for the seeds and all the work that you did within yourself and you cultivated within your inner world is going to be coming back up, and you're going to harvest it in 2019. This is why we had the Three of Wands card right here, because you're waiting for your ships to come in, and you know they're coming in 2019. Like all the work we did in 2018 and all the pain we went through and all the struggles that we endured, we have some payback coming in 2019. So you're moving quickly towards your ships that you know that are coming in, your flight that you're about to take and go to your destination. You're ready to get there. And the Knight of Swords is kind of like the fastest moving knight. You want to get there as soon as possible. You know, right below that we have the Eight of Cups. So not only are you moving quick to your ships that are coming in, you're actually also moving away from the things that no longer serve you. In 2019, you're not even about to play with it. You're like, you know what? Everything that didn't work out in 2018, everything that I was trying to force to work out in 2018, I'm kind of going to release my hold of it. I'm going to release trying to control some things that I couldn't get to control. I couldn't get control of. Because this has to do with your emotional world. The Eight of Cups represents you walking away from some things emotionally that you tried to build. You know, you tried to get it to the Ten of Cups energy, but you're releasing control of it. In 2019, you're walking away from it. You know, it's clarified by the King of Swords. I think you could be taking on a more King of Swords attitude and energy in 2019, because you're focused on your goals right now. You're focused on these passionate pursuits that you're getting ready for right now. In the end of 2018, you're going to be focused in 2019 on those goals. And anything else is kind of like, yeah, you know what? I'm trying to manifest something right now. This right next to it is the Magician card. I like this Magician too. But that's what you're going to be working on, is manifesting your dreams, your abundance, your Ten of Pentacles, manifesting your love life, manifesting whatever it is that you want in 2019. That's what you're focused on. And anything else that kind of didn't work out in the past, I think you're going to be dropping it in 2019. Some of you guys are going through that process of dropping it right now. You know, you're going through that process of kind of like leaving it and walking away from it, and just kind of like, you know, it's a process. You just can't drop something that quickly, you know, that you have been trying to build for a while when it comes down to emotions. You know, I know some of the water signs can't. Maybe some air signs is easier. I don't know. But most people, they can't drop it as quickly when it comes down to something you were trying to build emotionally. But going into 2019, you're dropping it, and you're going to take on a little bit more of a detached energy for 2019, because you want to control the things you can control, which is your life, your goals, your ambitions. When it comes down to other people, I don't think you're going to be as focused on controlling that. You're going to let them do whatever they need to do, and you know, you're going to attract them to you as best you can, but I don't think you're going to be trying to force emotional connections this year. You're moving away from that energy of being needy, you know, and being in a place where you need to have a relationship to complete you. Okay, sorry about that little pause, but I was talking about how you were moving away from a place of like needing to have that emotional connection with somebody, needing to be in a relationship, needing, you know, to just have that love of your life in your life. Like, you know that it's coming now in 2019, and you're moving forward with a more detached, you know, take on love, a more detached energy when it comes down to, you know, whoever you're pursuing or whoever you're attracting into your life. And now you're going to be focused on manifesting love into your life instead of trying to chase it. You know, you're walking away from needing it, and you're taking on that energy where you already have it. You know, you're becoming love so that you can attract love. That's how the magician works. And you're taking on like a magician energy in 2019, where you're going to start learning how to work with the law of attraction. You're attracting things into your life. You're no longer trying to just go and get it out of a need and out of an emptiness. Like I was saying before, trying to fill a void. You're going about it in a way to where you can attract it because you already have it. You have become love, so now you can attract love. You have become, you know, wealth, so now you can attract wealth. You've become everything, you know, that you want in your life. Once you become it, then you can attract it. And that's how the law of attraction works. That's how we're about to start attracting things in 2019. That's why all this work was being done in 2018, so that your manifesting powers can be activated. You know, right below that though, we have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is representing that new beginning in your financial pursuits that I was talking about. You know, up here with this Ace of Wands, I was talking about this new, you know, passionate pursuit that you're going to be going after, and how you're planning for it right now. You know, in 2018, with it being wrapped up, you're planning, you know, on building something for 2019. And this is what the representation is right here. The Page of Pentacles is a new beginning in your financial world. This is a new career path, you know, a new business that you want to start up. You know, this is a new stream of income that you want to start, you know, creating on the side. You know, you're going to work, and then when you come home, you're doing something else to create another stream of income. This is representing like that multiple streams of income that you're thinking about building, you know, that you're about to begin. So you're looking towards the future right now in 2019. When this year hits, you're going to be looking towards what you can build for yourself, what you can build to bring more money into your life, to bring more finances into your world. And it's all going to come out of you being that master manifester, you manifesting and attracting, you know, this new beginning in your finances into your life. I clarified it with the Lover's card. So the Lover's card, being the clarification of the Page of Pentacles, is kind of different, you know. The only thing I can say about this is that I believe that whatever you're pursuing passionately in 2019 is going to be closely tied into your love relationships for some reason. For some of you guys, it's kind of like, I think, you know, this is the cards telling you that you have to focus on what you're trying to build first. In 2019, like I was saying, you're focusing on yourself and your own projects, your own pursuits, getting your own finances right, getting yourself together. And once that happens, I believe you're going to be attracting love into your life, because you're not chasing love anymore. You know, you're chasing what you need for yourself first. And in the midst of you chasing that, love is going to chase you. Love is going to find you. That twin flame relationship, that soulmate relationship that you always dreamed about having and being able to take part in, you know, in the external world, not just in your mind and dreaming about it. It will come towards you as long as you're moving towards your finances. You're moving towards what you have to build for yourself. This was the lesson of 2018. Like I was saying, a lot of us was chasing things that, you know, were not ready to come into our life yet. We were doing it backwards. We were chasing the byproduct instead of chasing the source. So in 2019, you're going to be chasing the things that, you know, bring you balance, bring you self-love, the things that kind of nurture yourself. And because you're doing that, then you're going to be able to attract this love energy, attract this soulmate in. So for a lot of you guys in 2019, because you've learned all these lessons right here in love, the whole year of 2018, you're to a place now where you can start attracting the love life. You can start attracting the love of your life into your life. That soulmate, that twin flame in 2019 is going to be coming in because you did that work. You had a lot of disappointments in love, I believe, for the majority of us. We could have had a lot of disappointments in love in 2018. A lot of false starts, a lot of connections that just didn't go anywhere, but it taught us a lot. you know, and we're going to be able to attract that love in 2019 because we've done the work on ourselves. And we're not going to be chasing love in 2019. We're going to be chasing the coins. And I don't know if you watch, you know, people that are successful, but the ones that are single, when they are chasing their money and chasing their success, love just follows them, and they just automatically end up in a relationship and getting married because they were so focused on their coins that they found love. So I believe that's how it's going to work for you guys in 2019. The single ones, ending off your reading, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So in 2019, I believe we are going to be growing something that we start off small from humble beginnings into a major Ace of Pentacles. So some of you business owners, some of you guys that are thinking about a startup business, thinking about, you know, starting those multiple streams of income on the side, doing a side business, I believe you're going to be turning it into a major business or a major form of income. Maybe it may be your main form of income in 2019. It's going to switch over from being something that starts off small and you just doing a side a little bit into your main form of income. Definitely, I feel that coming in for you guys. Just be sure not to fight against that from happening, because the Seven of Wands represents, you know, you being on guard a little bit. But I believe this card here is representing how you're going to defend your finances and defend you know, the way you bring in your finances in 2019. And anything else that comes to distract that or throw you off your, you know, focus, kind of like this devil right here, you're going to be ready to put an end to it. Like, nope, nope, nope. I know what I'm focused on. King of Swords energy. That's where that sword is coming from. I know what I'm focused on right now, and it's manifestation. I'm turning my back on those things that are not working for me. And definitely, you already know, like in 2019, when the glow up is happening, for most of you guys that probably didn't have it in 2018, you're going to have some of those people come back into your life that you wanted to be in your life so much in 2018. But it couldn't, it just wasn't happening. So you had to finally walk away. But when you walked away, you started to focus on, you're going to start focusing on manifesting those things into your life, you know, that you always wanted. And so you're going to become very attractive, and that love energy is going to be surrounding you. And you may have to fight off some of the devils that you wanted in 2018, but they just weren't good for you because they could be circling back around, you know, and saying like, hey, like, you want to go get a drink? Like, you want to hang out? You want to Netflix and chill? I think you're going to be fighting that off because you know that could be a distraction to the overall goal. You becoming financially stable, you know, financially free. And you having that within yourself also, because this is that representation of you having that high level of self-worth, and you worked for it in 2018. So you're going to be fighting and defending it against any type of negativity that will try to bring it down in 2019. You're equipped not only to get this self-worth and to build your net worth into, you know, a greater amount, but you're also equipped to maintain it and sustain it. And that's what you were learning in 2018 too. So this was the lesson, I believe, for 2018. We had to prepare for what we're about to start manifesting in 2019. Because if you get it, you know, it's kind of like the universe didn't want to give us the gifts. Didn't want us to give us like this major blessing and shower it down on us when we were not prepared for it, when we couldn't sustain it, because that would be a disappointment all in itself. But I think you're ready. I think you guys are ready. I think we are ready, you know, to go into 2019 and reap the rewards, you know, that we've been working for in 2018, that we've been hanging here for, and kind of, you know, going through this whole transformation and waiting it out and dealing with it and jumping over all these hurdles. It's all coming. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I think the end of the year wrap up turned out pretty great for us. I like the energies for real. Like coming into the end of the year, I'm closing it out feeling good. I hope you guys are feeling good too. The energies that came off on the cards is kind of like some great energy. And going into 2019, it looks like we're going to have a great year too. I will be starting those monthly readings as soon as possible, so you guys will be able to see the January 1st through 15th reading coming up here soon. I definitely want to once again show my appreciation for everybody that has been liking, subscribing, ordering personal readings, all that great stuff, you know, and kind of like showing your appreciation for what I deliver through my channel. I thank you guys for letting me be a messenger and a voice to you on this path of development and spiritual journey. And I will see you guys in the next year. Happy New Year. This is Chris Anthony signing off.